Who is the greatest character that you think you've ever created?
Well, you know, it's like saying, which of your kids do you love the best?
Well, I have an answer. I wouldn't share it. You know what I mean? But is that wrong to say?
That's wrong to say.
Okay.
You're a bad person.
Okay.
I actually adore Doogie Howser. I love that character. I love Neil Patrick. That was a special show to me, even though it was kind of off the beaten path of what I normally do.
Yeah.
I had great affection for that character.
Did you? What? How old was Neil Patrick Harris when you cast him?
He was 16.
16 years of age.
I'm going on 12.
What do you?
You know, he looked like a 12-year-old kid.
What do you think about what he's become?
It's remarkable. I'm so happy for him. You know, he's a multi-talented performer, and he used to even as a kid, he said, you know, I want to be a director, and can I follow you everybody around? Yes. It's an open door anytime.
When you started Hill Street Blues and people were wondering, why would you not wrap up the entire plot line in just one episode, just like every other 1 hour does? How much resistance did you get when you created something that now every show does?
We didn't get a lot of resistance. I think everybody involved in the project realized that we had created something that you couldn't fit single stories into in a given episode. We had, I think, 11 regular characters, and that's a lot of mouths to feed. And you can't tell 11 stories in an hour of television. And so, by necessity, these storylines spilled out over 3, 4, 5, 6 episodes at a crack. And I remember maybe in our second or third year, somebody came out to do an interview with us for a national magazine, and we sat him down and we showed him, you know, 40 episodes of Hill Street Blues. And he came back and he was kind of taken aback, and he said, it's the only show that I've ever seen that has a memory. And, you know, that was key to the success of that show and key to what we were trying to do.
And you created the previously ons to make sure that people get caught up to speed.
Yeah, as best we could.
Right.
Sure.
And then Murder One, where you take the idea of, instead of having a memory from season to season, you end the memory at the end of the season, just a self-contained season, although it's a storyline that goes from one to the next.
Right. Murder One was inspired by the O.J. case, when I thought, you know, people were so fascinated by that story that I thought, well, you can't ever really do a law show anymore that's episodic. You know, people are beginning to see how the law really works. And so I thought Murder One would be a great show to do.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.